Hello, it's Doris Sander, and I'm going to attempt to do my first little journal with me video, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to attempt to do a talking version and explain what I'm doing. We'll see how that works out. So let's just get started. I've already kind of thought through what I want to do because that's just what I do. I like to think about things. So this is my photo placement, and I'm doing, this is for Shamel Lane's Learn Something New class for September, and it's not September specific, so you could join at any time and enjoy it. They're just journaling prompts. The only difference would be that in September, the prompts are delivered to your inbox daily. And I guess if you bought it any other time, I guess it's available whenever. But you would just have to download them yourself. Or you might have to wait to buy it till September. I'm not quite sure. I bought it several years ago, and then you get it every year for a long time. So anyway, these were little pictures of the fair. And the theme for this one was personal style. So I went with a kind of a whimsical concept. I really liked, I don't know if you can see, this photo is crazy. One of the rides was crazy something or other, but we had gone on a day when it was going to rain, and I was thrilled because I'm just very slightly antisocial, and so the idea of going when there were less people was very appealing to me, even if I was going to get wet in the process. But I also like crazy too. I think you shouldn't be too serious. So, you know, I always have to take pictures of the chickens. He's kind of crazy, don't you think? So personal style, that's going to be fun. And then this side is making change was the topic, and it really works well for me because I do Allie Edwards' one little word class, and my word this year is change. So making change, really good concept. So I have this cloud picture. It was kind of a meaningful moment for me. And this was just a little piece from an Ansel Adams calendar. I've been using little junk scraps lately, and I thought it reminded me for some reason of that, I think it's a Michelangelo painting with, you know, God and Abraham touching fingers. It reminded me of that for some reason. So I thought those were neat overlaid like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put down my distress stains first so that they can start drying. I have broken china and brushed pewter for this side. And you don't really have to shake the regular ones, but you can hear that the metallic ones have a ball in them. So that tells me they like to be shaken a little bit. So I want this behind these photos, so I'm going to kind of eyeball where they are. Yeah. And just make a kind of a rough box in there. And then I thought it might be neat to put a little bit of the silver around it, like so. And you want to be careful with your colors. Like, I'm not super careful, but I do try to, if I'm getting colors near each other like this, I try to put the lighter one down first. For example, I'm going to use Picket Fence next, and raspberry, and you know, this is obviously white. And I would never put the white over the raspberry because then I would permanently stain my tip. But for me, and again, I'm Messy Marvin, but for me, I'm okay with putting the white down and then putting the red over it because I don't mind this having, you know, I don't think the white's going to do much damage to the raspberry. And I'm going to use the white because, I don't know, maybe it's in my mind, but I feel like if I put a little bit of white down first, it makes this lighter. And I'm just kind of perplexed that I can't find the worn lipstick that I want. There's a nice light pink called Worn Lipstick, and I haven't been able to find it yet. So this is my attempt to lighten, and you can see that I've obviously accidentally gotten yellow near my white, or maybe, I bet I put the wrong lid. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little messy. So there's that. I have ideas for this. Hopefully it's going to work out. So then over here, I don't know, I had it in my mind to make this kind of a sun ray concept. And we'll see if that works out. You know, sometimes the pictures you have in your mind don't always translate to paper. But we'll see. Oh, that was, oops, sorry. That was mustard seed and broken china. And I think you can use like baby wipes to do this so you don't risk getting them to touch. So you could try that instead of, you know, getting so close together. But like I said, you know, I just do what I want to do. They're mine. But I just want you to be careful because they're yours. So there we go. I've got my base colors I think that I want laid down. And I'm going to let that dry and see if there's anything I can work on down here in the meantime. Well, I use Avery labels a lot in my in my planner, in my journal. I just have a lot, like here's the little circle ones, and these are, you know, fairly large rectangular ones. They're just great because you can add whatever color you want to them. And usually I use, like this one I colored with this Sharpie. I used a piece of it last night. And a lot of times I'll use the Distress stain, but you have to be careful and not get it too wet or it'll get like soggy. But today I'm going to try, I wanted these to be kind of pale and not as vibrant, a little more subdued, and I didn't have the subdued colors that I wanted in the stains, so I'm going to use, I have this Tim Holtz blending tool, and I'm going to just use an ink pad, and you just kind of rub it on there. Get a little bit of color, and you can blend it in. So, you know, sometimes you can just put the ink pad on there, but you know, this gives it a little lighter tone, and you can have a little more control if you want to. I obviously don't want to. Sorry. This is I don't think you can get these anymore, but it's Lemon Drops from Jenny Bolin for Ranger. They're discontinued, but I mean, it's just a basic ink. I think it's a dye ink, yeah. So, you know what, oopsie, whatever ink pads you had would work just fine. I'm going to use these for my journaling on my cloudy page, so I think that will be nice. I actually kind of like this smudgy look. It reminds me of the clouds, you know, kind of matches. Same idea. So that was Speckled Egg. It's just kind of a light aqua. So I have those ready, and this is pretty dry already, actually. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and stick my photos down. I haven't been using a glue stick much, but I noticed that most people use a glue stick in their journals. So I used one the other day and it worked quite nicely. I usually use the Tombow tape runners because that's what I use for scrapbooking. But you know, this glue stick worked really well, and added bonus, they're super duper cheap, whereas the Tombow tape runners are kind of expensive. So, you know, you learn something all the time. I wanted to, I got this, I think in the summer maybe, from Freckled Fawn. And this little pie chart reminded me of the Ferris wheel. So I thought that would be a really fun added element over here, kind of behind the photos. So let me see where I want it. Yeah. So originally I had thought to make my background raspberry up here. But then when I decided to use this, I thought, that's not going to pop off the raspberry very well. This raspberry. So I changed my mind for the blue so that my little pie graph would be more vivid. Yeah, I think that'll... So precise. What do you think? A little bit of that red showing. Yeah, let me just commit. Okay. It'll be okay. I don't have to be perfect. Just keep reminding myself of that. Stick my little chicken and my little crazy. I may have to speed some of this up if it takes too long. What do you think? I don't really know how to do that, but hopefully it's not too hard. So I have that, and then nope. I had star washi, I thought would be cool, and I want to edge. I use Sharpie pens. Make sure you use pens and not markers, because markers, I hope you're not staying too much in my head. Markers bleed through the paper, but the pens do not. So this is just a little edge, and I thought it would be fun to do a little border. And that is probably something that I will speed up, because you won't want to watch me color all of that. So it appears I'm going to be learning how to speed up videos today. And I'm going to color it with orange. I know that's kind of crazy, but to find that I had to just let it go in the middle, and I'm going to have to learn to speed up and play music. Anyway, here's a closer view, and I like it. I just love this little thing, and I'll have a better still picture on Instagram and on my blog eventually. So you can follow me. I'm Doris, I think it's dorissander.blogspot, and then on Instagram it's just Doris Sander. If you are on those social medias and would like to follow me there. Thanks for watching, and I hope something was of value for you here, and I'll see you soon. Bye.